You're walking down a hallway. A door slams somewhere behind you. Before you even register the sound as a door, your shoulders have already jumped. Your breath caught. Your hands tightened. You didn't decide to do any of that. Something else did it for you. That something is older than fear itself. Scientists call it the startle reflex, and it is one of the fastest things your body can do. Faster than blinking on purpose. Faster than thinking the word danger. It happens in about 1/10 of a second, before the sound has even finished traveling up your spine to your brain's thinking centers. Your body reacts before your mind understands why. Why would evolution build something this fast? Because slow ancestors didn't survive. Picture a small group of early humans on the African savanna, 2 million years ago. No claws, no sharp teeth, no armor, just soft skin and slow legs, surrounded by animals built entirely for killing. A single moment of hesitation, one extra second spent wondering, was that a lion, was often the difference between living and becoming lunch. So the brain built a shortcut. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping this shortcut inside the brain. He found a structure called the amygdala, a small almond-shaped cluster of neurons sitting deep beneath your conscious thoughts. When a sudden sound or shadow hits your senses, the signal doesn't go to your thinking brain first. It goes straight to the amygdala. Ledoux called this the low road, a rapid, dumb, but incredibly fast pathway that skips reasoning entirely. It doesn't ask if the noise was actually a threat. It assumes the worst and reacts immediately. Only afterward does the high road, your slower, smarter cortex, catch up and calmly inform you that it was just a door. Your body would rather be wrong 1,000 times than right once, too late. This is why the flinch happens before the fear does. You don't feel afraid and then flinch. You flinch, and the fear arrives a half-second later like a delayed echo. Some researchers describe it as the body warning the mind, instead of the mind warning the body. There's a name for how far this reflex reaches. Psychologist Paul Ekman studied startle responses across completely different cultures, from American college students to isolated tribes in Papua New Guinea who had almost no contact with the outside world. He found the same reflex everywhere, the same widened eyes, the same raised shoulders, the same sharp intake of breath. No one taught these tribes this response. No movie, no parent, no culture installed it. It was already running in the hardware. That's the strange part. You inherited a survival system built for lions, snakes, and rival tribes, and it's still fully online in a world with almost none of those threats. Which is why your body still flinches at a car backfiring 3 blocks away. Why a hand suddenly appearing in your peripheral vision makes your heart slam even when it belongs to a friend. Why horror movies work at all. The screen isn't dangerous. But your amygdala doesn't know that. It just knows something moved fast, and fast is what used to mean death. Here's where it gets stranger. Researcher Robert Sapolsky, who studied stress in wild baboons for decades, found something the flinch reflex was never designed for. In the wild, a baboon startles, the threat resolves in seconds, either it runs or it doesn't, and the stress chemicals clear out of its body almost immediately. But humans don't get that clean resolution. You flinch at an email notification, at a phone buzzing during a meeting, at a notification badge glowing red. The threat never fully arrives, and it never fully leaves either. Your ancient alarm system just keeps ringing, low and constant, for something that's never actually a predator. Your body is still bracing for a lion that never comes. So why does this matter to you, specifically, right now? Because the tightness in your chest during a tense meeting isn't weakness. It isn't overreacting. It's a 2-million-year-old survival circuit doing exactly what it was built to do, just aimed at the wrong century. Understanding that changes something. The flinch isn't a flaw in you. It's proof of every ancestor who flinched at the right moment and lived long enough to pass that reflex down, generation after generation, until it reached you. Next time a door slams and your whole body reacts before your mind even asks why, remember what actually just happened. You weren't overreacting. You were, for 1/10 of a second, exactly as alert as the humans who had to be, or didn't survive to tell you about it. The door was never dangerous. But for one brief, ancient moment, your body still believed it might be. And that belief is the reason you're here to hear it slam at all.